Good morning there, friends and neighbors. Bobby here today. Folks, I want to give you a little update on our vegetable garden. Today's date is June 7th. I can't remember the last time I made a video. I know it was sometime last month. But we have been getting plenty of squash and cucumbers. As you can see, this is what I picked this morning. Zucchini, 2 yellow squash, and 4 cucumbers. And we've had, I don't even know, I've lost count of how many we've already picked from the garden. We've had a couple big messes that we've cooked for dinner. I've given my parents some. I'm getting ready to take them some more that I have in the refrigerator this morning. And the garden is doing great. Matter of fact, I see another one over there. No, I'll let him sit there for another day. And let me show you some of the other stuff. This other little squash plant that we planted late, I wasn't sure what it was, but it looks like it's a zucchini because it's got a zucchini growing on it right down here. Hopefully this one will produce some for us too after the other ones have stopped producing. We've got our okra coming up here. It's looking pretty good. And here's something I'm really excited about. Our green beans actually have green beans growing on them now. And they're kind of little. Let's see if we can get down here. Here's some that look, I don't know if you can see them beans hanging down from there or not, but I'm looking forward. I'll keep an eye on these and maybe hopefully have enough to pick some and have some green beans for supper one night. Like I say, we got all these green beans here that have been planted a little bit ahead of these green beans, because if you remember, I did have corn back here, but the squirrels started digging up the seeds, so I decided to dig them up for the guys and let them have them, and then planted me some green beans back here. So we'll have like 2 stages of green beans this year. Our sunflower plants are looking pretty good, growing right here in front of our cross. As you can see, there's Sammy back there. Say hey, Sammy. He's back there looking at something. I don't know what he's doing. But anyway, right here we got our cantaloupe plants. They look like they're growing a lot of vines. I don't see no cantaloupes yet. I don't believe I do. Got plenty of blooms on it. We got another cantaloupe plant right here, and we got a watermelon plant that's just wandering around as well. Don't see no watermelons or cantaloupes as of yet. Over here we got all our tomato plants. We got some tomatoes on them now. I got them all mixed up when I planted them, but this one here is actually aroma because I can tell by the shape of the little tomato that's on there. This morning I spent a little time tying up the tomatoes a little bit and trimming off some of the branches that were touching the ground. I have heard that will help keep your plant from getting diseased if you keep the leaves up off the ground. So that's what I was working on this morning. Pepper plant right here, another pepper plant right here. I don't see no peppers on it yet. We got a nice little cucumber plant there that I've kind of helped to grow up the side of the fence there. I think we probably got a couple cucumbers off of it. But there's another, our tomato plants. This one here is growing up nice and tall. It's about 5 feet tall now. Alright guys, oh, and here's our one that's growing up in a cage there. It's doing real well. I know I just picked 2 of them off of it this morning. So guys, there's our garden, the update on it. I'll take you over here and show you the other one as well. Now this big old squash, yellow squash plant in the middle, it's actually 2 plants. And we've definitely got several yellow squash off of it. Tomato plants in this little garden are growing really tall. They don't get as much sunlight over here, so they might be growing a lot of vine trying to reach out for the sun. I don't know, but we'll see how they do. I think one of them's a cherry tomato because it's got some smaller tomatoes on it, kind of in a large cluster. So we'll see how it goes. And our potatoes and radishes, I've actually picked some of the radishes and ate those in a salad already. This little cucumber plant here, I got one off of it today too. But it's not growing as well in that bucket there. And I've been keeping it wet. I don't know why. It looks like the leaves are kind of turning on it. I don't know how that was going to do. So I'm just kind of learning with this growing from bucket method I don't know, it seems to be a little bit more difficult on some types of plants. The good old red dirt seems to do better. Lettuce we still have growing over here, and I don't know how much longer it's going to last. I've harvested a little bit of it and ate a few salads. I think I'm going to get in here and pick a good bit of it and see if I can see if any of it's edible and clean it up good. I've noticed some of it looks like it's kind of wilting over, so I don't know. This is my first year growing lettuce, so I'm learning a lot as we go this year. Let me show you one more thing, guys. I'm gonna bring you right over here. I know I showed you before. There's Sammy. Sammy, you need to get out of the rain, dude. Go get your house. It's actually supposed to rain here today. Over here where I had some potatoes planted before, we dug those up last week because the plants looked like they were starting to die. The potatoes, I think I might have overwatered them because there were some of them that were kind of rotten in there. But I did get probably, I don't know, a couple pounds of potatoes. Wasn't that, it was enough to make a big old pot of potatoes for dinner, and they were good. They were little red potatoes. And since then we went ahead and refertilized the soil, and I started 3 cucumber plants in this big barrel, and I went ahead and put the cages in place so they can grow up the cages. So we'll keep you updated on how that goes here soon, folks. All right, I want to thank you for stopping by today and checking out our little update on our garden. I'll tell you what, I sure am glad I've done this. I don't have a whole lot of money invested in this. I mean, the biggest thing I invested money in this year, and I won't have to do that no more, was my fencing material to fence around the gardens to keep the dog from trampling the plants. And I mean, that's done, so next year it'll be just pennies that I spend on this garden and get to reap the reward of all the vegetables to help feed our family. So guys, definitely get out there and experiment, grow you some plants. Actually, everything in this garden we started by seed this year, and I'm kind of proud of that. Didn't spend no money buying plants, and everything is turning out really good. So anyway, get out there and grow you a garden, guys. Make your own food for yourself, and you'll enjoy it. It's just fun watching things grow too. So have a great day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And friends, remember, I have a new book out called Personal Body Makeover. If you've ever found yourself in a struggle trying to lose some weight or trying to maintain a goal body weight, buy my book, hear what I have to say about it. It's only $12.99 on Amazon. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.